Hello, thanks for joining me today. So my sidewalk looked a lot like this, and I bought a cheap edger from Home Depot for $79.99. And I was able to make my sidewalk look like this, which is a vast improvement. But it wasn't easy. I'm just an average guy, and I thought I'd make a review of this tool so I can share my experiences with you. Now, when I bought this, I didn't have any large batteries. I had only the 1.5 amp hour battery that I think came with maybe a drill or something I had purchased along the way. And the results were pretty terrible. It literally would only go about 2 minutes before the battery was dead. And so it was frustrating because it takes maybe 45 minutes or an hour for it to charge. So it took me a couple days of working to get my sidewalk completely edged. So I went on to Amazon and I bought some toys. This is the original Ryobi battery, my 1.5 amp hour. I just wanted to show that it weighs 14.7 because I wanted to compare these to my Dewalt batteries. And I don't really want to tear them all apart and be destructive. So I thought maybe just putting them on a scale and seeing how much they weigh would be a reasonably good way to test them. Now maybe one of these manufacturers puts lead inside the batteries just to make them weigh more. But assuming they're constructed similarly, I thought this would be a pretty good test. So I have a 2 amp hour Dewalt battery. It's the closest I have. It actually weighs less than the Ryobi battery. So here we have a 5 amp hour Dewalt battery. And it weighs in at 1 pound, 6 ounces, or maybe 5.9 ounces. And then I got this 5 amp hour made in China. Only cost $25. Got a pair of them for $50 on Amazon. And it's 1 pound, 6.4 ounces, which is heavier than the 5 amp hour Dewalt battery. And then I also got this lovely Gizmotron, which allows you to use Dewalt brand batteries in your Ryobi tools. Oh, looks like this guy needs to get charged. So what I'm going to do is conduct a series of tests, and we're going to see how long the edger lasts using each of these 4 batteries. So I set it to dig into the earth the maximum amount. I don't have enough sidewalk to edge anymore because that's mostly done. So I thought I would just do a test in the grass in a not very nice part of my yard. So this first test is with my original Ryobi 1.5 amp hour battery. And 2 minutes, 6 seconds later,
Okay,
that's it. Now the way the Ryobi functions when the battery gets low is I think it actually works on temperature. When it reaches a certain temperature, the battery no longer provides any current at all. So now, here's the 5 amp hour, $25 battery I got from Amazon. I call it my Chinese battery, although more than likely all of these batteries originate in China. And again, I speed it up 10 times. And I could really feel this battery had a lot more power, a lot more oomph as I was using it. But 3 minutes, 12 seconds later, this one says goodbye. pull the trigger, nothing happens. So we're still waiting for the 5 amp hour battery from Dewalt to finish charging. However, the 2 amp hour battery is now fully charged. So yank this guy off. Try out our new Gizmotron for the first time. It feels very foreign to me. You can see I even have a little bit of trouble trying to push it in to the tool. You kind of have to squeeze the little tabs on the side to get it to go in. But let's try this 2 amp hour Dewalt battery. So one thing I discovered, like so many things in life, it's hard to make a pure apples to apples comparison. Because as it turns out, I believe that the Dewalt and Ryobi tools function differently. I think the Dewalt tools, the shutoff is located in the tool itself and is based on low voltage. Where this Ryobi tool is expecting the battery to stop providing current when it heats up. So it might even be dangerous because you can continue to use this tool as the voltage drops. Now we did get 2 minutes and 59 seconds, so essentially 3 minutes out of this tool. Whoa! But this battery is so hot, I can barely even touch it. And it continued to heat up. I was actually concerned that this battery might catch on fire. It's the hottest tool battery I've ever felt. And for our final test, here's the 5 amp hour Dewalt battery. This particular clip I sped up 20 times because it's a way longer clip than the others. Now granted, I stopped for maybe 10 seconds in between to show that I still had 2 lights after using it for a long time. But at 6 minutes and 58 seconds, I could tell that the performance was significantly degraded, and there was 1 light left on the battery. But I went ahead and stopped. So I didn't want to heat this battery up too much. But in the end, it's still cool enough I can easily keep my hand on it. And I would say probably no hotter than the Ryobi tools are when they shut off. So in conclusion, it seems that the 5 amp hour batteries I got from Amazon, they're better than the 1.5 amp hour Ryobi batteries, but they don't hold a candle to the 5 amp hour Dewalt batteries. I also want to say that this is a bit of a torture test. If your sidewalk was already edged and you just wanted to go around a few times a year and clean it up, I think you could do it all with a single battery. But if your sidewalk looks like this, it's going to be a chore if you're using a battery-powered edger. Questions? Comments? Leave them below. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.